What's good, team? Hope you guys had a great weekend. I'll keep this very short. I'll keep it very short. I don't have much to cover today in the morning. But one thing that if we draw this trend line here from the top, roughly around here, we have this, and then we also have one from here. If I draw it, right, and roughly around here, and this is what I have for now. Okay. And then 42.25 is the volatility trigger. It has moved up and we're well under 42.25. All right. To understand more in details, how does this volatility trigger work? Just go on spotgamma.com or even on Google. You'll get some great explanations. But 42.25 is volatility trigger. And last week, I started mentioning late that there's some negative gamma starting to come in. When negative gamma starts to come in, guys, basically that starts pulling the market to the downside. All right, you guys have to understand that it's very hard for me to go long if there's negative gamma. And when there's positive gamma, market either holds or continues going up. All right, because on this rally, what happened was we had, if you understand, we had a lot of negative gamma here, which obviously Vanna and Charm did their work, mainly Charm, time decay, right? And we had this nice little rally, all right? And then obviously there was a lot of short covering that also went on, okay? And now basically here, I think we do get this retest of this support right here, this zone right here. So we have a support all the way up to here. Basically here, we can either bounce, go back to 4,300 to finish the month, or we can bear flag here and break down. All right, but so far the theme that has been until now in the market is that the dips are being bought, right? So today we're opening up with a big gap down and near 41.70, I believe. Let's see what happens. Maybe they can just bring it down to here. Maybe they can bring this right back down to here and then take it right back up. All right, so let's see what happens. I don't know. Right now there's a huge gap down. All I know is that if you're in Apple puts with us, we had Apple puts all the way from here. I think they will do great, and we can make some great money on those. And today I think I will lock in some profits. Right, with this big move down, VIX should be up slightly. That should increase the premium in puts, because puts, when VIX was down so much, you have to understand, when VIX was down here so much, options were cheap. All right, under 20 on VIX, options usually become cheap. All right, the options were cheap, and now with this rise, not only is delta on the puts added, but there's IV added as well. All right, there's the volatility, the premium for volatility when the VIX goes up. Okay, so more gets added to the downside. So let's see how that one will work. And so Apple puts look great. Amazon also, it was looking great until we started getting this little pattern to the downside, like this curl down. Right now it looks like you might want to fill this gap in the coming days. Let's see what happens. But for now, this is the first proper dip that we have. This is the first proper dip that we have, and let's see what happens with it. Do they hold it, or do we get continuation? If we do get continuation, we'll see with the gamma, the positioning. I think there's a lot of downside to be caught if we do get it. So I'm not gonna rush into anything. I know there's a huge gap down. Let's see what happens, because the next thing they take it right back up, right? So that's something that we need to be careful of. DAX also, no, not this. Down, right? A big move down, and I think obviously this is gonna, the same thing is gonna look on the SPX chart. And if Europe breaks down, here and it continues going down, then obviously American markets, Nasdaq, it will be affected. Okay, and let's just look at the rates, for example. Now, nice little bull flag to the upside on the 10-year. We're almost at 3. I think above 3, this goes much higher. Maybe if they hold 3.1 will be the first target. A dollar has been strong. It's like a complete breakout pattern. Obviously we're approaching resistance here. Do they make a double top here and come back down, or do they bull flag it and break it down? And if the dollar breaks further to the upside, then equities on the US board shall see downside. All right, so keep that in mind. But right now we're at a very hard resistance here, and then equities also, SPX, if I go, we are at near the support here as well. Okay, but S&P has a long way to go, okay, because this rally was just crazy the way it happened. And what else we have Euro USD. Ooh, okay, so almost at par, 1. And if this breaks down, if this support does not hold and it breaks down further, it gets more ugly, right? Wow, crazy. BTC USDT, nice little bear flag pattern. Crypto has been weak, right? S&P tech rallied, but crypto was not rallying. It was very hard for it to rally, and I think that's a big sign. And then if this bear flag breaks just like this, there's a huge downside move. which will take place here. Same thing here, right? It could just flush towards the 11-12,000 so fast you won't even realize it. So this 21-22k level better hold, and if crypto flushes like this, then obviously US markets will obviously probably see lower as well. All right, and apart from that, what else do I have? Not much. Google has been weak. I think this will be one of the first stocks to hit low of the year before Apple and Amazon, just because it's been so weak. And throughout these entire weeks, while Apple, Amazon, these stocks actually ran with the market. All right, and NDX, if I go here, same thing here. Remove my drawings. Let's see what happens if it can hold this trend line or not, or do we just flush further down? All right, and that will be something to see as well. And Costco, we are at the trend line, and it just they gave us one little break, but then took it right back up. All right, I think this was a fake out to get some long suck in here, and now we're below this trend line. On Costco, we basically need under 535. Right, 535 is the number that I'm looking for. 535, under 535 is when some negative gamma will build up on Costco. Above 535, I would not short this stock, because this can just continue going up from here. All right, so 535 is what needs to be broken down here. Retailers, Walmart, nice little copy pattern. Oh, so wow. Let's see what happens. So today's a very critical day, I think, this entire week, and let's see how that works out. SPX, yes, I know we totally nailed it. We did nail it. It's funny, it's funny that day on right at the top here. It's funny that I actually bought SPX puts right at the top right here at 43.25. Yep, I entered puts right here on SPX, if you guys remember from the chat, right at the top. Wow, I wonder if that was top for a long time now. But anyways, voice chat, come join us. It's free for anyone. Call your friends, anybody that trades. Great stuff to learn. All right.